This is going to be a small engine related video for the first time in a while. So I just got home with this stuff here. A coworker of mine gave it to me. It's been sitting in his shed forever. He wanted it gone, so here it is. So we have a tiller here and a shredder. So let's start with the shredder. This here is a Troy-Bilt Super Tomahawk. The older vertical ones. This thing weighs a freaking ton. 8-horse Briggs on it. Yeah, very clean. Motor doesn't even leak oil. It's just, this thing was well taken care of. Problem with this one was he said the blades were dull, just sucked at doing what it did, and that was about it. So motor supposedly ran many years ago. We'll see about that. This thing for a long time, so I doubt it. Let's see. So we got a whole bunch of stuff here. This stuff's all for the tiller. This is for the shredder. Apparently it has interchangeable belly pans on it to change the chip size. And it also has this tractor hitch. Hooks on something like this. He was telling me this part goes on there. And then that third arm hooked on here and towed it somehow like that. Have to try hooking that up and figure that thing out. And it's just good that it came with that because this thing is freaking heavy. And moving on to the vintage side, we have this old Troy-Bilt rear tine tiller. Old logo on it. You can tell obviously the problem with this is it doesn't tell. Gearbox is taken apart back here. He said that I guess one of the seals went out on it. It was pissing fluid. So I took it apart to rebuild it. That never happened. And it was just leaking gear oil everywhere. Supposedly the motor did run again many years ago. This one kind of smells like bad gas. So that's going to need some work. Tip it back for a second. Maybe not. This thing really gets away from you. Yeah, it's an old Briggs. Not sure of the size. Well built machine. It's all cast iron. Right from the 70s. Now this will be worth getting running again. Build that gearbox. Nice solid machine. And that's what all these parts are for. These are the tines off of it. It's the shaft and some other crap in there. And he has in the bucket here a whole bunch of repaired and sharpened tines. Now, a whole lot of parts for this thing here. Possibly the most interesting part of this is all the literature it came with. Now we have the owner's manual for the Tomahawk. Covers a few different models. Roll pin set, tow bar hardware update. A lot of stuff in there. Something Loctite. Over here, stacks of owner's manuals for the tiller. Or, I mean, yeah, these are all brochures for this. A whole lot of them. Might just have to do a whole video on these. There's a lot of stuff to go through here. So, there's those. And over here we have the uncrating and assembly, winterizing, maintenance. We'll look for that. All about the throttle cable. Joy of Gardening the Troy Beltway. Not sure what this one is. Ideas what you have to do with it. Another assembly and operating. I assume that's the purchase date. 72. And this huge owner's manual. Oh, it's not. That's apparently you had to buy. A lot of stuff in here. That might actually come in handy. I have to show you tearing down the gearbox. Yep, it's a good book to have for this. So, very cool. All old original stuff with all the literature. You don't get that too often. So, someday I'll tear into this. For now, I'm going to cover it up and put it out in Tractorland. Alright.